65% of small businesses fail within the first 10 years. But here's the scary part. Over 30% don't even make it past year one. I call it the $0 to $10,000 mistake. That's when you spend $10,000 or more on the wrong things, before you've made a single dollar in profit. Today, you're going to learn the 3 biggest cash killers that destroy new businesses, and how to avoid them, even in this economy. Let's go. Mistake number 1, no cash buffer. Here's what happens. You launch. You get your first few sales. And you immediately spend every dollar that comes in. New inventory. Facebook ads. A nicer laptop. Maybe even a small office. You feel like you're growing. But you're not. You're just burning. Real example. A bakery I followed spent $8,000 on commercial ovens and display cases. Beautiful setup. But by month 3, they couldn't pay rent. Why? Because they had zero cash set aside for slow weeks. And in a small business, slow weeks always come. Now add today's economy. Interest rates are high. Credit cards are charging 18, 20, even 25%. If you're using plastic as your backup plan, you're digging a hole you might not climb out of. Solution? Before you spend a single dollar on growth, open a separate account and park 3 months of basic operating costs. Rent, utilities, inventory, your bare-bones living expenses. That money does not move. It's your survival fund. No buffer? No business. It's that simple. Mistake number 2, pricing based on vibes instead of math. You look at your competitors. They're charging $25. So you charge $22, thinking you'll win on price. Except you just lost money on every single sale. Let me show you the math. Let's say your product costs $20 to make. That's materials, labor, and credit card processing fees. If you sell it for $25, your gross profit is $5. Sounds okay, right? Wrong. Out of that $5, you still have to pay for rent, marketing, insurance, software subscriptions, and your own time. After all that, you're probably negative. Mistake number 3 is the sneakiest one. This is the real $0 to $10,000 mistake. Mixing personal and business money. You pay for business shipping with your personal debit card. You buy lunch and call it a meeting. You transfer money back and forth so often you have no idea if you're profitable. Here's what that actually costs you. First, lost tax deductions. The IRS doesn't let you guess. If you can't prove an expense was business-related, you don't get to write it off. That could be thousands of dollars a year. Second, no cash flow visibility. When everything is in one account, you can't see if your business is actually making money or if you're just subsidizing it from your personal savings. Third, emotional overspending. When there's no separation, it's too easy to say just one more tool or just one more ad. And that's how you burn $10,000 before you make $10. The fix takes 60 minutes. Open a free business checking account, Lily, Novo, even your local credit union. Pay yourself a fixed owner draw every month, like a salary. And track every expense over $10, even if it's just a spreadsheet. Economic reality check. The IRS audits small businesses with messy books more often, especially if you claim losses 2 years in a row. Clean money keeps you off their radar. This is why so many small businesses work 80 hours a week and still can't pay themselves. The fix is simple. Use cost plus pricing. Take your total cost, materials, labor, fees, and multiply by 1.5 to 2. So if it costs $20, you price at $30 to $40. Then test it with a small group before you launch wide. And listen to me, raising prices feels terrifying. You'll worry about losing customers. But losing $5 on every sale is worse. Much worse. Alright, let's turn this into action. If you're new or struggling, here's your 7-day plan. Day 1. Stop all non-essential spending for 2 weeks. No new tools. No ads. No equipment. Just pause. Day 2. Calculate your real break-even point. That's your fixed costs, rent, software, your draw, divided by your gross margin per sale. If you don't know these numbers, you're flying blind. Day 3. Open that separate business account. Even as a sole proprietor. Even if you only have $100 to put in it. Then for the rest of the week, track everything. Free tools like Wave or the spreadsheet I'll link below make this painless. And here's the mindset shift you need. Surviving year 1 isn't about being great at sales or marketing. It's about not making fatal financial mistakes. Master the boring stuff first. The fancy stuff comes later. Quick recap. 3 mistakes to avoid. No cash buffer. Pricing based on vibes. And mixing personal with business money. Fix those 3 things, and you've already beaten most first-year businesses. Now I want to hear from you. Which mistake have you almost made, or are you making right now? Comment below. I personally replied to the first 10 comments. Next week, how to raise prices without losing customers, even in a recession. You don't want to miss that. If this helped, hit like and subscribe. I make new videos every week for small business